It's simple. All curds, whether it is cow's curd or buffalo curd or this curd, it is fermentation of lactobacillus, which is a anaerobic bacteria. This is a single bacteria. So curd is good, but compared to ambali, nowhere near one. Nowhere near one. So if you have taken ambali, you can forget curds or butter. But then you are used to, you can take after ambali, when you are eating, you can eat rice, curds or buttermilk, no problem.
Khader ji, question. Any millets? Any
This is not steroid or you have side effect. This is the food. And millets are blessed with fiber which can remove all side effects.
So some people complain about constipation also.
And that's because they are already constipated. You make ambali, you will get release. No, millets do not cause any trouble if you eat right. So we have forgotten the methods of preparing, cooking and all. Sir, you are all talking, at least I am happy that you are still thinking of cooking. Come to Bangalore. Who is going to cook? We are going to order, right? We are there. You are all behind actually. You are all way behind. No. This is a big myth created that millets cause thyroid problems. In fact, till recently, no one bothered about it. Once we started talking about and popularizing millets, then the apaprachara started. The story goes like this. In 1994, I think one doctor from England visited Kenya in some small village. Few of the women had goiter, not thyroid. Goiter means some extra growths around the thyroid gland. Nothing to do with thyroid goiter. It could be because of meat eating and then many other practices you get. And so he came back to England and then wrote, millets are goiter. There are 248 millets. And this fellow went and asked that lady, what do you eat? We eat phony millet. He doesn't know what phony millet is. It is one of the millets. So this is the story. So now everyone who then, it is around thyroid. Millets cause thyroid problem. So please, thyroid patients do not take millet. This is the narrative. But till now you didn't even know the name of millet. But we are filled with 25% of thyroid patients and we don't have this simple logic that millet has nothing to do with thyroid problem. Am I making sense? In fact, we have reversed lakhs of people from thyroid. We have a protocol in the book. I hope you are going to give the QR code scan. Please scan it. We have all the information, all the PDFs in all languages of India: Odisha, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Telugu, Hindi. All languages. Please download. It is hormone imbalance or thyroid protocol is there. 3 months to 6 months, you are through. So 6 weeks once you review, keep getting rid of your tablet dose. We have done this way thousands and thousands. And without coming protocol, thousands and thousands have thrown away their thyroid. Okay, madam? Yeah. No. Anything you soak first. Even the major millets, please do soak. Lifelong. When you go to doctors, you are they'll say lifelong. So that's why I'm also telling lifelong. No, I just don't want volumes. I want fire. In fact, we had a thing. No need. Autoimmune protocol is there in the book in English PDF. It is 102 serial number. Page number I think is 29 or something. Don't worry. Serial number is yeah. So I have to drink little more of niger seed oil so that my memory is good. Yeah. There are oils that are very important, bile driven, bull driven oils that actually when your repairing goes on, that your nerve cells are rebuilt, you need the right fat content, and that's what these bull driven guani oils do for you. So even if you have damaged some nerves, you can replenish. And that's how we have actually been able to help Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, paralysis, all these kinds of nerve related problems will be helped by the real, natural, bull driven oils. Yeah, morning, empty stomach, yeah. And you also use the same oils for your cooking. Just
one teaspoon, just like that. From water,
Coca-Cola, you give just take oil, put the spoon in your
Why I'm asking this from Ayurveda, so something with warm water has a little has
Yeah, if you think, please do put it in warm water, mix and drink.
Okay.
No problem. But drink the oil, real oil. Okay.
Can we combine oils if we want? Like Niger, sesame?
No, don't combine
So which
anything.
oil?
That is actually, if that were to be true, God would have given only one thing, all mixed. Because there are a lot of life forms and there is variation. Why you should not combine? Let's listen. Why you should not combine? Because there is lot of diversity. And because of the people from different parts of the world, there is diversity. So you want to bring effective change, take one thing at a time. If you mix, the effect is diluted. That means coconut oil is good for you, Niger seed oil is good for you, groundnut oil is good for you. But it is good for you in a particular dimension and domain. Now I mix all of them, you are decreasing the efficiency and benefit of each one of them. Exactly the same question can be asked for millets. So foxtail millet is good for your lungs, Khader millet is good for your bone marrow, barnyard millet is good for soft parts, brown top millet is good for your digestive canal. So now I mix all of them, the fiber content has become 1/5. So that means not every part is going to get the cleaning. Am I making sense? So that's why you eat 2 days of one millet, that particular parts that this fiber can clean, you clean, and then you are good to go for some time, maybe another week. So before that week ends, you clean your nerves, you clean your blood. So taking these grains, and that's why you see all our protocols 2 days, 1 day, 3 days. But then multi-millet business is going on because in the flour mills, at the end of the day, you have mixture of all millets. They want to get rid of it. So Dr. Khader said these are good, multi-millet is better. They are putting my photo and saying. So please don't fall for the trick. It's a business.
So the second question.
Seema Badrikai we call it.
IoT. Oh,
They are
okay,
pretty good
good.
for diabetic condition. Of course, another very good vegetable, bitter gourd. And greens, methi leaves are good for almost any disease. Fenugreek leaves, very good. And then dill leaves, extremely good for diabetic condition. Dill leaves. And vegetables, I've told you these two watery vegetables, and you won't be surprised, brinjal. It's fantastic for diabetes. Drumstick, of course, is a super vegetable. It is good for every condition. And brinjal is fantastic for diabetic condition and thyroid condition. Brinjal is very good, very, very good. So brinjal you can go nuts making different kinds of dishes. wishes. And there's one more green called, and can someone tell me?
Lucky.
One more soppu anthe. That is actually, I don't know the English name. It's very popular in Karnataka. Gongura is very good. These are greens that are good for diabetic condition. And we have told you vegetable. Bhendi is almost good for any disease.
Oh, really?
Not
Very
just
good.
diabetes. Any disease you have, don't forget bhendi. Always eat bhendi. Even if you eat some other vegetable, eat little bhendi. Okay? So that's about diabetes. It's very important for diabetes because you need to exercise and walking, not to reduce your glucose and things like that. It is to eliminate the balance of salts. Salt balance is very important for every disease. So many people are thinking, I will burn energy, this and that. I also give example of walking 1 hour reduces 5 grams of glucose. But don't fall into the trap. It is not to reduce your glucose. Walking alone can set the balance of salts right. Sodium, potassium, zinc, all these are regulated by your walk. This lymph nodes work. So even if you go to Mount Hood and walk for 45 minutes, you will sweat here. First sweat starts here. So what it is doing is setting the salt balance. And then your calf muscles, cramps, that magnesium, all that will be regulated. So a man who is walking, man and woman also, walking regularly 45 minutes to 1.5 hours will never ever have this nerves problems, balance problems. Many people, of course, in the Western world have this Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. All that will not even enter your body. Okay? So, if your wife forgets these things, please go to kitchen and try to help her to make the food complete.
Apart from diabetes, BP and all that, the more dangerous and harming factor is ADHD and autism. Can millets be? I don't think it can cure it completely.
Yeah, we have actually.
Is it?
Yeah, many kids are getting the eye contact and OCD, attention deficit. All these things are going to be helped. If at all there is an help, it is only through this.
I have a friend whose grandson has got that.
Yeah, many.
They are
Actually,
in Bangalore.
Approximately 8% of kids are born with ADHD and mental illnesses. So we have a protocol in the English
Can you
medium.
come to your clinic?
Oh, you are welcome. But I am coming to your place and telling you.
फ्यूचर में कुछ भी क्वेश्चन आता है
Send him the protocol. 96 protocol in the English medium.
Something about blood pressure and then lightheadedness.
Yeah, for cardiovascular problems, we have wonderful help in 3 juices: ash gourd juice, cucumber juice, and bottle gourd. If you don't like bottle gourd, you can go to ridge gourd. If you don't like ridge gourd, another gourd. Any cucurbitaceae will heal you in 9 weeks. In fact, we have a wonderful incident. I went to Vijayawada and a family, Muslim family, all the brothers, 6 brothers had heart blocks. And they're all told, everyone has to get open heart surgery, we can't even do otherwise. So one of them said, I don't want to have operation. Then he heard my lecture, he started drinking ash gourd juice. Lo and behold, 1 week fast, he started walking 100 meters. Before he was not able to walk even 1 or 2 meters. So seeing that all 6 brothers started, and within 6 weeks, they had their problems almost solved. They went to the doctor and said, where is the block? He was asking them. So they ate ambali, they drank ambali, they ate millets, they took the juices, Within 6 weeks, their acute condition became less. It was 90% block, became 60%. So within 6 months, they are completely healed. Its protocol is there. Please. So immediate help available. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is a common thing that cancer is something that everybody's scared of. And I don't know if by the time they come to cancer and diagnosis first or second, is it Millet's that will have much effect, or do they have some combination of cancer drugs and Millet's, or how does it?
And if you can manage to eliminate these drugs from your body, you will not have metastasis. So please start the cancer protocols. You are better off. Then you cannot help this is gone and they have done this, they have done. Despite that, you be on the cancer protocol. We have many cases getting better and better and better. So either way, you are good to go with cancer protocols given in the there is a separate, and there are some more conditions. You have to eat sesame seed laddu, you have to have the sun exposure, all that is written in the book, and particular decoctions are there. We cannot replace them because we have done work with those kashayams. So, I am in America, I will take that kashayam. I do not know because I have not experimented. So for cancer, particular protocols are fixed because we have done experiments only with that, but then have to come establish a wellness center and then start different kashayams, and all that is way far ahead. If that happens, that will be good.
So nut allergy is
Yeah, nut allergy is autoimmune disease. You are all going nuts with nut allergy. Just follow the autoimmune disease protocol. You are going to be through in 6 months. Absolutely. We have had wonderful results. Yes. There are no diseases, no protocol. Just eat millets, drink ambali, go do Surya Namaskar. Eat it.
Sir, what about acid reflux?
One,
Acid reflux?
yeah, there is a protocol.
There is a protocol.
Yeah, gastric, esophageal, regurgitated, all those diseases.
Sir, my question was about fasting. Do you recommend fasting?
Yes,
Also, what is the
especially people who are in the Western thing, they're overeating, overdoing things. So please do fast, and we have actually set dates. 15th day, that is Ekadasi day, is very good for you to fast. And don't cheat yourself saying I am fasting. I'll eat 8 hours and don't eat for 16 hours. That's not fasting. Fasting means eat today morning 8 or 9 a.m. Don't eat till tomorrow evening 8 or 9 p.m. Yeah. Because don't count that sleeping 12 hours as fasting. So 12 hours of today, 12 hours of tomorrow, 24 hours of fasting. Okay, don't be unhappy. I will be giving you some rebate. Remove the next day 12 hours at least. Eat today 8 a.m. till tomorrow 8 a.m. Don't eat. Okay, that is the first step. Then you can graduate yourself to the evening till 8. In fact, you can practice till next day morning. That is 48 hours. That is the best fasting experience and practice. So
Only water can take?
yeah, water you can take. You should take. No, coconut water. This really reminds me, in Canada there is a song, I don't want to go into that.
There's another question about its or milk. How will they affect its growth?
They'll be very happy. Please avoid all this. Get back to ambali and then millets and vegetables, roots and tubers. They have everything you need. God has been very kind and gracious. He has been giving them all along. So in the name of nutritional facts, this and that, don't deviate from this basic things that our ancestors have done. They contain everything.
And how much of these fruits are these days GMO and other things?
You forget about GMOs, you get organic foods, eat as much as you.
Is there a protocol for skin vitiligo?
Yes, skin vitiligo, there is a protocol.
Is there a protocol for IBS or?
Yes, IBS, Crohn's,
Ulcerative colitis?
yes, ulcerative colitis, exact words are
Okay, it's in the book?
Yeah, actually, there is a website. That's what you can do. If you are in the groups, ask in any group you are, what is the website? sirijeevan.org. If you can take it now, sirijeevan.org. And there's a tab called protocols. 108 of them. First, I think you should check there. And if you don't find anything there, then that's when we discuss.
No,
Can you-
have a QR code scan?
Yeah, you
just
can
scan it and we'll get all
Sirijeevan.
the-
So there's another question about kashayams and all freshly available in America or West Coast or something like this. Kashayam is like concentrated.
No, it is a decoction of leaves that are found around you, local. So in America, just the last 1-2 weeks we have observed, there are 5 to 6 decoctions that everyone can take safely. Pine leaves. Pine leaves. They are called pine needles. As a matter of fact. Pine needles,
Live oak.
lime oak, sugar maple, and actually in California, you are all blessed. There is a parallel or alternative ficus religiosa plant that we actually adore and so we respect. Ficus auriculata. If you go to Irvine, there are more than 10,000 trees planted along. That actually the corporation has planted. Ficus auriculata.
What is it tulsi you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about people tree.
Is it Ravi?
A Ravi chattu, but that's not Ravi, but the same family, sister plant. So, Ficus auriculata. California is blessed.
Ficus
Even
auriculata.
Florida has got all these trees. So, live oak, pine needles, that ficus one, and there is one more plant. You can go to nurseries and get Vitex. Not nowadays. Long back. Yeah. We have a protocol.
The last one you said.
Vitex, VITEX.
How do we prepare it? Like the pine needles have like certain kind of poison in them. That's what I heard.
Yeah, poison may be there,
Yeah. Then how
but
can you
in
take
boil, the water soluble things are never poisonous for anyone. There is no poison in pine needles.
How do we
Before we go, my friends, so we have 3 minutes, 3 questions.
So what
How
is
do
the
you
quantity
keep
of
those?
leaves that needs to be?
Yeah, after you see the bubbles coming up, clean the leaf, tear it up and put it in. After 2 to 3 minutes, switch off the stove, close the lid. After 2 more minutes, decant and drink, sip by sip. Any leaf, you do this.
What about mentally and mental health conditions? Are there any conditions?
Are you mentally retarded, or already problems are there, or you want to maintain your mental health?
No, there is somebody with a mental health.
Yeah, there is a protocol, 2-page protocol is there. Mental illnesses, anxiety, fear, insomnia, OCD, everything. Clear protocol is there, and we have seen hundreds of cases getting there.
And how about the
Immunity, autoimmune protocol, and if you are not very severe, there is another protocol called ESR. Both of them will.
anything about autism and all? Because I work with special need.
Yeah, we have a protocol, and you actually group 20 or 30 parents of this especially disabled kids or whatever name, autism and all that. Within 3 months, you will see them in a different level.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you feed that protocol, food, kashayams, oils, that will be very good. We have hundreds of kids getting better in our clinic. Yeah.
We start eating millets. You said talked about only. Do we throw away the water that we soak
No, that
overnight?
is the elixir.
Keep the water.
That is the not keep, drink.
Drink the water? No, before cooking it. When we soak it overnight,
The same water you cook.
you cook it. Okay. And we don't need to have rice of the millet. We can use a regular millet to soak it and use it as a vali, right? We
So
don't
my
need to
friends,
make a
quickly, if I can
millet.
interrupt, so next time when Khader is going to be here, there's going to be a quiz first. That's it. All this is in that same sirijeevan.org, and Khader's daughter has done so many videos on how to make ambali on Millet Magic YouTube video. So I think all of us will take a little time, half an hour, a week, at least so that we can come up to speed, and then I'll show you. All these are very simple questions, and I think Sugandhiji is going to really answer them all too. Okay, good.
Yeah, ice problem, there is a protocol. Yeah, something.
So last two questions and one from here.
Because we always say eat local, but we are here in US, California. So how do we know?
Yeah, millets are local and universal because they grow everywhere. So the main staple food is taken care of if your food is millets. And then kashayams, oils, that is something you need to find local vegetables, local fruits. But then in America, they do not have really local because they're all like importing from everywhere. So that is your local.
My thing is like very particular to the particular protocol I talked to you.
Yeah.
So my friend contact was for there's a lot of damage happened in this. And I have been offered oil for
फिर अपन डिस्कस करते हैं फिर थोड़ा सेपरेट
Yeah, they are not safe. Cold pressed, they are using machines.
Chewing sesame seeds, how does it help?
What?
Chewing sesame seeds in the morning?
You don't need to chew so much as they are telling. Just chew as much as you can.
Like how does it help?
The lala jala, the saliva.
Does it help our brain cells?
Don't worry about it. Just chew and eat.
That'll be the last question.
So my question for you is, how did you get on board your wife and your daughter to do this journey? Because this is my first seminar listening to you. My uncle, Gangradi uncle, has been sharing the material, but it just processes to me, and I cannot do it if I cannot get the family on board. So what challenges did you face, and what recommendations?
I never faced any challenge.
What advice do you have for this
I can't have more lovely wife than me.
What challenge, what
I have
advice?
married for 40 years.
But what advice do you
That's
have?
your problem.
No, that's
No, it is the awareness, knowledge, and conviction, and it is the commitment. So you please start educating your wife if she is going other way around. So it is only the awareness and knowledge that change people, not. Yeah. So,
अच्छा विधि मेरे गुड डिस्टर्बेंस बहुत है म्यूजिक तो ये माइक
of course, follow the nerves. Yeah.
माइक का समझ नहीं
And you are all fighting. I want my paneer, I want my coffee, I want nonsense. What nonsense are you doing? What nonsense are you doing in the name of science? And you are spoiling your sperm, your ovaries, your PCOD, endometriosis, fibroids. Everything is happening just because you are all drinking what? Say it loud. All this dairy based. Not even a drop of animal milk should go into your mouth. That is real science. You have plant-based milk. In fact, ragi milk was the milk that is fed all through time immemorial in India, and that makes sense because ragi milk has got 4 times more calcium than your any animal milk. Why doesn't an expert tell this? Because it's a business. Science is ambushed by business. Am I making sense? This is as simple as that. So if you stop milk and sugar, which is creating the imbalance of glucose, the homeostasis of the blood depends on the amount of glucose dissolved per liter, 1 gram per liter of blood. When you eat rice, wheat and sugar, your chest going way overhead. Instead of 5 grams to be maintained in the blood, you are crossing 50, 60, 70, and just to count, breakfast, 30 grams. In between coffee and tea, another 10 grams. Lunch, another 50 grams. Snacks, another 15 grams. Dinner, another 50 grams. The count is approximately 135 grams. So if you walk 1 hour, 5 grams of glucose approximately disappears into carbon dioxide and you get energy. So now you have loaded yourself with 135 grams. How many hours do you want to work? And that's why when I just entered the last before time, came to Texas, Houston, Texas. We are big, welcome to Texas. And then I just walk out and people, 200 pounds or 300 pounds. This excess glucose, the body is trying to take care of in form of glycogen, fat, meat. So you can vanish all obese people and back if you eat millets. Because millets are endowed with fiber that controls, regulates the release of glucose. So millets also have got carbohydrates, but because of their structure, brain structure associated with the fiber, releases glucose in a quantum fashion. Whatever you consume, the energy, that much is released. So association of fiber with the carbohydrate does regulate release of glucose in your bloodstream. Am I making sense? Your rice, meat and all that do not do this. As simple as that. So you are not going to have BP, you are not going to have diabetes, you are not going to have thyroid, you are not going to have rheumatism. All these diseases evaporate once you start eating. How wonderful. And these grains have been labeled by these experts. They are coarse grains, they are bird feed, they are animal feed, they are primitive food. These are the exact words. And what are they offering us? Premium food. And we have girls, babies, not even reaching 10 years, menstruating. In fact, the other day, just last month in our clinic, we had a baby, 3.5 years old, menstruating. I'm not talking about New York or Houston or San Jose. I'm talking, and she hails from a village near Mysore. Because the same food habits, the same artificial milk, same industrial chemicals are entering into the tribal people's babies' bodies. Can you believe the pain of the mother whose baby at the age of 3 has menstruation? And we are directly responsible for this particular condition because we have not objected to the torture that we are causing these animals. All nonsense. On the lighter vein, all the women started getting upper lip, mustache, no problem, we'll go to beauty parlor. So we have not been asking questions. And it has been going on for the last 100 years. Slowly and steadily these things are happening. And we are all busy, I don't know with what we are busy. This is the sad story of human race in the last 40-50 years. 1,600 million tons of soybean, 1,600 million tons of sweet corn that you are all popping up when you go to your Bollywood or Hollywood or whatever Tollywood movies. Herbicides, pesticides, they have seeped into our water bodies so much so that you find these beyond 80 ppm in the egg of penguin which lives in the South Pole. Are you happy? Causing cancer to a bird that cannot fly, which has nothing to do with you, it is somewhere in the down South Pole. And all these experts do not have any concern about this. We have now cancer, almost catching up with diabetes and BP. So our life and death, the cycle continues in each and every living organism. Say if you have an accident, your skin comes back in 3 days. Your liver repairs itself in 3 weeks to 6 weeks. Your hemoglobin, that is blood, appears in 3 months, rotation cycle. And your neurons, the nerve cells, take 7 years. Your nephrons, your kidney cells take 7 years. That means what? You are dying and taking birth every day. You are born once, you are dying once. This is the whole body. But within the body, this Maya is going on. That some part of your body is dying on a daily basis and then getting born. So now, this is the beauty. Now, if you lose the balance of the death and life, you have death coming or cancer. The excess. So imagine my skin doesn't stop after 3 days and keeps going on producing. That means you have lost the control, regulation of your making the new cells. So it is here the concept of cancer comes in. That means there are some agents lodged in your system that are not allowing your life balance, life and death balance happen in a regulated way. So losing this regulation is the cancer. So who caused it? Your food caused it. If we can remove these agents through this food that you are eating, cancer can also be mitigated. That's what we do. We fed Ambali, we fed millets. 3-year-old baby with blood cancer. Every week, twice blood transfusion. After 6 weeks also not much help with all our protocol. And they came back for second visit and I asked them, are you exposing your kid to the morning sun? They said no. And I said, please do. Then they did. Within 3 days, the boy came running. Said, I'm energetic, he's running, walking, because the hormone switching on and switching off can take place only through the vibrations, the frequencies of the sunrise time. Asurya nasti arogyam. There is no health without the sun. Of course, there is no life on this planet without the sun. And that's why where we come from, Bharat, we have Surya Namaskar. Of course, the sad story is that people are teaching Surya Namaskara in Zoom in AC rooms. The importance of sun rays touching your skin, touching your eyes, the orange color touches the bhrumadhya and eye rods and combs. So from down, the rotation gives all these names: Hiranyagarbha, Maitri, Bhanu, Adi, Arka, Bhaskara. These are the 12 frequencies. Through Surya Namaskara you are supposed to pronounce. And when you get to that, you look at the 7 degrees horizon, you look at the sun. Your Bhumadhya and including the Brahmarandra are active. So from down. That is very important for almost all the biochemical processes. The endocrine system is switched on one after the other. Tuck, 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 tuck. Thymus, pituitary, thyroid. So this wonderful arrangement is given, and the knowledge has been what? I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 years ago. And in the name of science, no one talks about. No one talks about. And even if some people are talking, they are doing this kind of business with this. So simple things will set you right. A small group. Without So we need to do simple course correction, and we can save the planet. The lost biodiversity can be reversed. The lost rivers can flow their beautiful back again into the ocean. We can actually remove all the dams built on the river. And that is the only way you can reclaim the diversity in the delta areas. We have lost 18 to 28% of diversity is lost just in the delta areas. Delta means where the river meets the ocean. Isn't it so wonderful that as a nation in Bharat we have this Pushkara, and that is where we celebrate this wonderful earthly events. So knowledge has been there, but we have lost the significance in our minds. Everything that our nation celebrated was for the health of the planet, for the health of the living things on this planet. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu. Janaha doesn't mean people are born. Everything that is born. How wonderful it is. So we are slowly drifting away from this wonderful land. Okay, you can drift away physically, but let's our heart and soul be with it. No, we are wholesale leaving our life. Let's get back to it. Let's just get back. That ensures your health, the health of the future generations, the health of the planet as a whole, the health of all living things on this planet Earth. We need to be inclusive, and the responsibility is on humans' shoulders. No one else. Let's be committed to this wonderful cause. So I actually don't want you to change your food because you have diabetes, you have this, you have that, you have this, all names you can keep. But I want you to change your diet to millets because it, in so many dimensions, is going to fix the insane planet that we are living now. Am I making sense? If this fellow comes and tells, I am diabetic, is not a problem, don't bother about it. But they all will vanish if you get to this food, because this is the food. It is our gut health. It is our food for time immemorial. 178,000 years digging records clearly indicate the dental reminiscence had only C4 billet grass and C4 grains, not any other things that we are talking about. No wheat, no meat, no rice. Can you believe in Kerala, if you go, they are consuming more paratha than Punjabis? They don't go a single grain. No expert asks, why the hell am I eating wheat when not even a single grain grows there? In fact, you cannot grow rice and wheat everywhere. It is they are very finicky, you need water, you need pesticide, all these are warp technology invented grains, C3 grasses. If you give water, they increase the yield. That is called premium, that is called green revolution. They have been spinning revolutions of colors, green revolution, white revolution, now they are spinning pink revolution. You need meat, you need to eat protein, you have to protein. And where is protein? Only in meat. This is their understanding. This is the narrative they are building. In fact, all animals on this planet get their protein from the plants. No animal on the planet can make protein. Sequence of amino acids, peptides, polypeptides, proteins. They are actually 3 to 5% of our body makeup. They are nitrogenous DNA, enzymes, proteins. You do not need beyond 3 to 5% of protein. Now they are talking 1 gram of protein. What it entitles is that if a fellow of 75 kilos weight, you need 75 grams of protein, and all the meats in the world, any meat, including your meat, doesn't have beyond 18 grams of protein. 100 grams, 18 grams of protein you get. So, according to this calculation, 75 grams, 18 into 4, that means 400 grams of meat you have to eat. Is it possible? Is it sustainable? To make 1 kilogram of meat, 50,000 liters of water have to be supplied. What are these guys talking? Nonsense. Because they have made enormous amount of proteinaceous, genetically modified soybean, they want to sell and pour into your mouth. In its true sense, you do not need beyond 3 to 5% of protein. Oh, for a fellow who goes to gym, who asked you to go to gym? These guys are manipulating to go. There is Salman Khan, Bahubali, all these movies. Oh, I want to be like that. And they all have lost their sperm count because of hormone imbalance. Am I making sense? No, this is really not sense, because you are not connecting these dots. And so much so that young lady thinks fellow is going to the gym, he's big. All these nonsensical things are shown on TV and movies, and they are the narratives built up. Of course, my sense may not be making sense to you, but this is the real thing. You have enough protein in millets, in lentils. But lentils have a disadvantage. They cannot control. The regulation of protein is not there. That is available because of the fiber content, enriched fiber content, especially minor millets, Khader, little, barnyard, brown top, little, one more missing, foxtail millet. So, foxtail millet has got approximately 11% of protein. Any dal, moong dal, tur dal, chana dal, all have 20 to 24% of protein. But they are not associated with fiber. So when you eat fistful of peanuts, you are not only getting the protein plus unregulated carbohydrates also. Very simple. So if you want to eat some lentils, do include millets, which will not regulate but block. So don't eat too much protein. In fact, all the CKD patients in the last 10 years is because of this emphasis on protein, and animal protein is a big no, no, no. This is the science of your food. But we have been given a different narrative. So you have enough protein. And another logical thing, the nature's logic is, if you take 1 acre, you grow the lentils, that is tur dal, or moong dal, or chana dal, or rajma. There are more than 168 Fabaceae family lentils which can fix nitrogen because of their root system harboring microbes that can fix nitrogen. Do produce 20 to 24 grams of protein. And in an acre, naturally grown, you will get 2 to 2.5 quintals of this wonderful lentils pulses. And the same acre, if you grow millets or cereals, you get 8 to 10 quintals of feed. So 2 to 2.5, 8 to 10. Where is the ratio? 4:1. And that is the same ratio from time immemorial. Dokla, idli, dosa is made. So take 100 grams, out of that 20 grams is your lentils. So 20 grams contain 4 to 5 grams of protein. Am I making the arithmetic easy for you? So this is the natural of your protein intake. And I have seen in my patients, the moment they increase the protein content, they have your kidney issues are coming. Uric acid, creatinine, albuminuria, protein leak. So body is clearly telling, do not do this. So regulate your lentil intake too. And if you mix with millet, then there is a room for escape from it, because it starts regulating the, of course, your glucose content is absolutely regulated, just like tap, whatever you want, whenever you want, it opens the tap. That's how you eliminate disease from your body. I'm not trying to tell you millets will remove diabetes. I'm telling you how it removes your diabetes, how millets removes your CKD, how millets remove your cancerous condition. Am I making sense? This is the science. You do not need any extraneous materials. Health is just tucked away by God in what you eat. So if your food is right, no need of medicine. And if your food is wrong, no medicine works. Simple. So what it means is, if your food is right, you don't need to go to doctors. So this was told by Sri Krishna to Arjuna. I don't know what reference he had, right in the war setting. He says, Yukta aharasya, Yukta viharasya. You know the sloka. What it means is the apt food, apt sleep, apt thought process with yoga will eliminate suffering. I believe Arjuna was suffering to kill this fellow or not to kill this fellow. I'm just crying. So that fellow said, at least let me tell you that good food is good for you. Yukta means good food. But now what do we have? Vishay. That yukta becomes different meaning when we use Vishayukta. By itself, yukta means apt food, the right food. Till now, we have not defined what that right is. I believe that's what I've been trying to do for the last 30 years. Yukta aharas. So people think without food, you are going to be healthy by doing yoga. No. Yoga doesn't give you health. Healthy body doing yoga gives you release of suffering and bondage from this life itself. So yoga is little higher dimension, not the material domain. So you have the spiritual domain of yoga and the material domain of keeping your body healthy. Together gives the moksha, whatever. Am I making sense? So prerequisite to do yoga is healthy body. Dharma, kamartha mokshanam idam shri. Everything happens through the body. Even if you are spiritual, keep your body clean. Who can keep your body clean? Millets. It is nascent fiber in vegetables and greens, and immature fiber in roots and tubers, and matured fiber in grains. This is what Charaka says. Roots and tubers, greens and vegetables, grains. In southern Indian languages, akulu alamu, kandamulalu, davasa. Classification of food and the apt balanced food is this. Period. Defined. I am not defining. It's been defined long ago. I am just redefining for you. So, what are the kinds of tubers and the roots and what are the kinds of vegetables? Local, grown naturally. So, strawberry is good. Who told? Some person. So, everyone in the world has good so. Nonsense. Whatever locally grown food. So, if guava grows in my backyard, that's good food. So, you go to Canada, strawberries. Let the strawberries be good. God has kept the antioxidant phytochemicals in each and every place. So the fiber present in this is called nascent, just born, navajata. Then roots and tubers, the maturity has started. They are immature, they are stronger, the fibers in the roots and like carrot or yam, sweet potato. And then the real evolutionary perfect fiber with aromatic lignans is present in our millets. Does our definition fit into this? They do not allow any toxic morbid waste to accumulate in your body, including your mitochondrial stress, where you burn glucose and produce carbon dioxide, the ATP generation and the EMF, free radical formation, organelle destruction, disease origin. This process is nullified when you have the aromatic lignans floating around in your bloodstream. And that's what is amply provided by millet food. Making sense? All diseases are arising from microbial, glucose, and hormonal imbalance. And we can correct all three of these imbalances when our food is millets. Say loudly.
Millets. Millets.
If you eat millets, you'll say millets. How many times you want to do Surya Namaskara? 7 times. And if you are having more time, 14 times. Don't do beyond that. Yeah. Now anyone can ask questions. I want to say again, Ambali. Don't mix anything with that. First drink 1 tumbler and then follow Sugandhi. Listen, let's all learn. It's like amaranthus, totapura, because there's seeds. So there is no comparison. Just forget about it.
Millets should be used only throughout the day. Some people misinfluence in YouTube and other social media that millets, one time millet.
And next time, pizza.
No. Sambar rice or something with millet, then white rice.
Then all nonsense. Don't eat anything not made out of millet. Rice and wheat are not for gut of human beings. They are going to cause disease, if not today, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after. 100% guarantee. Nowadays, everyone is guaranteeing something, we will also guarantee. Guarantee health if you are eating millets. Guarantee ill health if you are eating otherwise. Okay, ma?